Hey everybody, welcome back. In the final video today, let's take a look at the Bitcoin. So Sive is here with the forexpeacearmy.com as usual. Let's take a look on the progress, what we actually have got. Starting from the high time frames, you could see that situation is not changing in a good direction. You could see that market is moving slightly lower, stands near the lows of the grabber. So if November will close below the previous month lows, the grabber will be erased and trend will turn bearish. That might open the road for deeper downside action. On other markets right now across the board, you could see, especially on the gold, actually on the euro currency as well, you could see some bullish activity. It's just because investors are expecting the big amount of the money supply that should flow on the market with the spending on the United States Treasury. That was on hold during the shutdown. But on the Bitcoin, although we see some reaction, but it doesn't look as very impressive. So here we can't say that situation has become significantly better. So in fact, it stands mostly in the same way as it was actually last week. So on the weekly chart, the same story. So in fact, this week we are getting kind of the inside session. Inside the week, nothing new. Market remains near the lows where potentially, as we said, keep an eye on. In the case of the worst scenario, you can see that it might be kind of the hand and shoulders to be formed. So on daily chart, currently with the performance that we have, I'm not excluding the situation where we could get the retesting on the 95 area, 94, 95. That's because, well, based on the performance that we see and based on the targets. So actually, here we have potentially 3 drive pattern with a target around 96.50. At the same time, we have this on top ABCD pattern with the OP target around 93.50, and all the stuff stands around 94, 94.25 fib level. So this is a kind of the support cluster of 93.50, 96.50. That market could reach in the case of the downward action. That's, by the way, if you take a look at the weekly chart again, it agrees with the kind of neckline that we have here. And once the free drive will be completed, it's logical to see the bounce, which potentially might become the shoulder. So you can see these patterns actually do not contradict to our weekly picture, so we could combine them together. Now the question is just with the performance, so what we will get. Currently, if you take a look at the lower time frame, I wouldn't hurry up with the decision on the long side, just because yes, we have this minor bounce here, but take a look at the previous sell-off that we've got. I'm not even speaking about this one, but here was the sell-off, and this, at the first glance, we have the same type of fast reversal as here, but it was immediately stopped and market collapsed again. So based on this performance, well, it doesn't mean anything yet, is that market is reversing up. So what actually we need to see before taking in a long position is the erasing of clear bearish patterns that we have. So for instance, if market would break the 107, 108 area to the upside, taken out of this top, in this case it will be at least something, because in this case market will erase the free drive and will form higher top. So this tendency of low lows, low highs will be broken. That might be treated as a bullish sign at least, but for now we do not have it yet. Besides, today's session, I also would keep an eye on this performance near the MACD indicator. It might be lead us to appearing of the bearish grabbers. If grabber will appear, it will trigger the collapse below these lows and just confirm the actual direction of this daily pattern. So that's what we have currently. On the hourly chart, I do not see something really special. So with this downside action, some kind of the channel pattern is forming here. So we probably could draw it, but it doesn't give us any clearer signals for particular trading. So we stand just with it. So that being said, 2 moments to follow. First, if you would like to go long, wait for clear bullish confirmations. For me, this is the move above the 108 area and breaking of this downside tendency, destruction of the free drive that we have on the daily chart. If you would like to go short, you could just control the appearing of the grabber. If it will appear, you could try to take the position with the placing a really tight stop, so you do not need to place it too far, especially if you will base your trade on the grabber, particularly on this minor pattern. If you would like to deal with a free drive, in this case, yes, probably will have to place your stop right there. But maybe you will find some other solutions that lets you to move stops closer, maybe on low time frame, to drop the 5-minute chart, for instance. You will find there some clear reversal patterns that just let you to place tighter stop. But general approach is as follows. So that's probably all for now. See you next time on Monday.